So as you can see here, I've already pre-put on the appliance just because I didn't feel like having you all watch me put on an appliance for about an hour and a half. No one wants to see that. So I'll go ahead and skip that for you. Right now I'm going to be putting on a layer of foundation that's pretty thick. It's about 2 or 3 shades lighter than my skin tone. Those just kind of help accentuate everything, and when we muddy things up later, it'll kind of give a little bit of light to the areas that are darker. So now we're ready to start applying powder. Powder is just going to deepen the skin tone and make it look a little bit more uneven and sad. This will also bring the contour colors back a bit more, so it looks like it's dying from the inside out, which is kind of what we're going for here. Alright, so here I'm starting to use a powder black. I wanted to make sure it really popped up the sinister and really deepened those shadows. So as you see, I kind of blended with my finger, just trying to make it look even and really sinister, like it had been sucked out from the inside out, and just really kind of pulled in. It really helped with the sinister look to it. As you see, I just keep pushing around, messing with it, keep playing with it until you like it. I also went over with it a little bit of a brown, just to really around the edges, just kind of help push the shadowing around a bit better. Kind of went overboard with it, I think, at first, but the more I liked it, I went down to the chin. I flattened the brush, kind of helped with the cheekbone region, but I definitely went to the cheekbone, to the jaw. I covered the ears and neck eventually, and added a little bit more to the forehead later on in the video. Here's where we started working about the eyes. I definitely went with a deeper red to start. This will just kind of help push the life aspect that it is still a living creature, so adding a little bit of color. So this kind of represents maybe like the veins under the eyelids, or, you know, the bloody tears that he had cried years ago. Who really cares? Just kind of put it on your face and enjoy it. Next we went with the black. This is definitely deepen it and make the eyes much more sinister. I definitely wanted to start where it would normally look and make it appear as if they were to die from the inside out, and so it really just pulled away. So I used my finger a lot. I just rubbed it around and kind of smeared it a bunch. That worked great. Also, I went in with black a few more times to just really deepen the areas around the eye, just so it makes it look like the eyes are kind of the farthest thing away from you, so they kind of haunt you in a weird way. Here's one of my favorite parts of the entire video. It was the eyebrows. Even though I hated doing eyebrows, I loved how they turned out. The more I did them, the more I realized that I just want to make them go farther and farther out, keeping them quite sinister, but almost kind of fantasy. So I decided to really blow them out, and eventually went in with a black gel, and went in and thickened them up a little bit so they were darker and really just stared into your soul of anger. Here I just really went in real nice and carefully and I started adding like a furrowed brow kind of contour to it. It didn't come out as well as I hoped because of how dark everything else is. It just kind of faded. So I did go in and mix the brown and the black powder, making it a weird off gray. It eventually does come out, but it looks a little awkward, so it's fine. Just kind of add as what you want. I also added nasal folds with a deeper black because I really wanted to up the fantasy. I didn't want to keep it completely horrific because I do want to make it at least have a little bit of a fantasy, whimsical side. So I kind of over-accentuated the nostrils. It made it look very snarly, but also gave it a different shape to the face. Here is where I went in with that thick black cream to really deepen the eyebrows. This did make them a little lopsided, but it's fine. I used a very pointy and strong bristled brush This kind of helped keep it nice and clean. It doesn't come out perfect every time, so that's why a lot of blending did happen under the brow, but it also gave it a different shade and look to it. Try and keep them at least the same, but there's a before and after look for you. Try and keep them at least the same shade, otherwise it might look a little weird, and you do want this to look oddly enough natural that it's real enough. Here's where I did the under eye liner part, just to really make it fold in and make the creepiness snarl under the eye and everything. I did fast forward through this section because all you would see is the top of my head, because I do have to look down because I have to hold my eye down and put the pencil on. There's no way to hold the mirror. It's kind of a disaster, so I did skip over this section. Okay, so here's where the depth I thought would more creep out. So I definitely darkened up the nostrils. I really wanted the depth to just seep out from the inside. So I really blackened them out, and I took my finger and I blended the edge. Pretty good, I think. It doesn't have to be perfect. No, nothing has to be perfect with this makeup. So just kind of powder on mine. I also add a little bit more on my finger and on my brush to really kind of over accent the spot between the nose and the lip-like region and the lip-like region and the jaw. And I just kind of keep adding more shadows to things I thought needed to be darker. I didn't really worry about highlighting anything. Everything kind of highlighted itself. So don't be afraid to look at it and go, add some here or take some away here. Play with it as you must. Here I definitely added more contour to the ears and the neck and a little bit around the forehead. I also gave everything a light powdering and contour just so if there's any wax it would stay. Otherwise, I definitely went in and I very heavily kept the ears and the neck brown just because it would really kind of give it a dirty, gross feeling. And here is your final result. Some crazy psychopath who realized that silence can only be given to the deaf, I guess. I don't really know. You can see how it just looks absolutely maniac after you just phrase your hair a bunch and just really not care about what you look like. I definitely took a shirt and kind of pinned it back just to kind of give it a straitjackety look. It's spur of the moment kind of idea, but the silence is deadly, guys. So go ahead and just take this to your best friends, show the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next tutorial. Bye!
Oh shit, there it is! Hey! Bitch!
This is the hardest one in the game. Hardest shit, I swear to God.
Hardest shit?
Uh-huh.
Circle, 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 circle. Circle, you're stuck on a tree, circle. Come here. Well, done. Diddly done.